Oh, yeah. Five-star. LSU. I said, they ain't ready for the LSU. No, they ain't ready for the LSU, huh? They ain't ready for the LSU. No, they ain't ready for the LSU. We the best in the league if you looking for talent. LSU going hard, but we beat Alabama, then we going out to Florida. Drown the Gators, everybody getting bucked when we step in the stadium. This the LSU anthem, you know it's a hit. You don't know another rapper two-step like this. See me screaming out the window, yelling purple and gold. I'm an LSU fan, girl, you know how we roll now. Back and back it on up. Hey, 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 way down in the back.
We are live. Yes, the vibes are low. Vibes are low.
Very, very, very low.
Vibes are pretty low. Hey, but Zach, you know, times like these, when it feels like the worst of the worst, it makes you appreciate when you're on the mountaintop even more. So a little bit of positivity in this moment right now really, really stinks. It does, rightfully so. Vibes are low and should be low. It stinks right now. And so remember the feeling. Just remember the feeling. Because it is these times that make you appreciate the top of the top, right? You look at the 2019 season, Zach, and I'm not saying we're ever going to replicate 2019 season ever again. I don't think it ever will be. But the 2019 season, you appreciated it so much because it had been since 2007 since you won a national championship. You endured some pretty crappy years under Les Miles, right? So it made you appreciate 2019 even more, right? So just a little bit of positivity, guys. It stinks right now, but you got to ride the hills and the valleys of times like this. It just stinks right now. It just does.
We're a baseball school.
You are a baseball school. Luca's trying to slide into.
Oh, we got a Luca.
Mother. The child is at the top of the table and in my video camera.
Reagan, LSU Saturday, they looked about as bad as your new haircut. No, I'm just kidding. I like it. When the buzz cut, man. When are you going bald? Just slowly.
Sooner than later.
Getting closer and closer to going bald, huh?
Sooner than later, obviously. No, honestly, Zach, I have gotten to the point where I could care less.
Oh, here we go. This is a good comment.
I could care less. So I tired of watching and dealing with it. So I just,
I like it. I was just joking. It looks good.
Beard.
Looks good.
With the beard.
Yeah. If sometimes you didn't have the beard, it'd probably look pretty rough.
Yeah, it would.
But
sometimes you have to walk in the wilderness to appreciate the promised land. Exactly. I mean, amen, Ryan. Amen, brother. Preach, my brother. Pastor Ryan, as he always calls the pastor. Pastor Ryan in here preaching some truth. Sometimes you gotta walk through the wilderness and learn your lessons.
They were in that wilderness for 40 years.
40 years, yeah. That's right.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can wait another 40 years.
Hey, look,
I'll be old and decrepit by that point in time. Yeah. I guess I'd have.
Well, look, it stinks right now. We all know that. LSU looked like what LSU's looked like all year long on Saturday.
Pretty much.
A deficient football team. A football team that I will say plainly is not disciplined. That is not very physical. That just doesn't have it. I mean, Zach, I don't know. I can't. It feels like this team, in the most crucial moments of the game, can never deliver.
Yeah.
There are crucial moments in the game that this team continually just fails. I think of the play where was it Barry and Brown? He was wide, stinking open. We just tossed it to him in the end zone. Everybody thought it was touchdown, and it was called for, false start on Donovan Green.
Yep.
Luca's going night. He's giving me an anaconda squeeze. I love you, Luca.
Now, who taught him that?
Did Uncle Zach teach you anaconda squeeze? Yeah. He say go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Say night.
Night, Luca.
Night. Love you.
Always good to have a Luca or Zeke appearance.
Yes. It's night time, so he's going to bed. Zach, but Donovan Green false starts in that moment. It was a crucial moment in the game. You needed points. You needed a touchdown, and you're on the 1-2 yard line, 1st and goal, and you don't score a touchdown because of that.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things seem to happen all the time. When you absolutely need it, when it is crucial, when you need to deliver, this team does not deliver. They don't. Zach, near the end of the game, when it was still within reach, you were only down a touchdown. Your defense, who'd been struggling all game long, and again, I know the defense had a rough go at it on Saturday, but this defense is incredibly banged up right now. But they were having a rough day. But when they finally delivered for you, like they got you back-to-back punts for the first time in the game. This team was punting. Vanderbilt was punting. Your offense absolutely craps the bed.
Yeah,
I mean 3 and out. 3 and out.
After moving the ball up and down the field all day, and then all of a sudden they want to just decide to go back to their old ways.
I mean, holy smokes. It's just an unprepared, undisciplined, undetermined, unfocused team. I mean, the stupidity of some of these mistakes are just dumbfounding sometimes. They're extremely frustrating. And I'm just going to be flat honest. Zach, you and I have been Brian Kelly supporters. And look, listen, I'm not saying I'm not a Brian Kelly supporter anymore. Has he lost his luster, and is my faith in him lacking? Absolutely. But I'm an LSU fan. Like, I don't care who the head coach is. Like, I don't care. Genuinely don't care who the coach is. I just want to see LSU win. If that's Brian Kelly, if that's Ed Orgeron, if that's Les Miles, Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin, like, I don't care who it is. I just want to see LSU win, right? We've been Brian Kelly supporters. He's lost our faith totally right now. And I'm frustrated with just the inability, it feels like, to compete at the highest level. I mean, just we've been Brian Kelly supporters, but he's not delivered at all. I mean, I'm going to continue to support him and hope he does it. But if it doesn't happen, I mean, yeah, everybody's having the conversation of firing him for a reason. And I think that conversation is warranted at this point. You have an unbelievably talented roster, and you are continually putting up lackluster, boring, ugly, sloppy gameplay. I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad. Brian said, "Is it development or lack of talent?"
I think it's coaching.
Talent. I think it's coaching.
I don't think it's necessarily development either, because you're seeing guys that are getting developed and they're playing well. I mean,
there are.
Whit Weeks has been developed and has played well.
Yeah.
DJ Woodland has developed and played well. Dominic McKinley.
Guys?
Yeah.
Some of the best coaches on your staff are developing those guys. Blake Baker, Corey Raymond, right? Like
Yeah.
those are some of your best staffers. You look on the offensive side of the ball, though, the offensive line has not been developing well.
No.
Some of those guys have had a couple of years sitting behind some of the best offensive linemen, right, in the past few years, and they come in, they just don't look like they're ready at all. It is a combination of a lot of things that unfolded on Saturday. Your defense is banged up, and they couldn't get off the field. Vanderbilt converted way too many third downs. That was one of Brian Kelly's big pointers. Like, first and second down was really important. You don't need to allow them to convert third down. Well, they did that a lot. The reality was Vanderbilt controlled the pace of this game. They played at their pace, and they dominated you at all facets. I mean, the score is not indicative
They were
of
very
how,
comfortable.
Yeah. The score was not indicative of how handily Vanderbilt took care of us on Saturday. Like, truthfully, and they knelt the ball down and could have scored again at the end of the game. I mean, it could have been a 2-score touchdown game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things. There's dumb mistakes that happen in crucial moments, like the Donovan Green false start. There are obvious flaws in play calling, scheme, preparedness, and certainly a lack of what seems like physicality at times. And all of that compiled to what you saw on Saturday, Zach. I mean, Vanderbilt dominated you, period.
Yeah.
Period. And I want to say this, you're a better talented team than Vanderbilt, and they absolutely dominated you. You know what that means? You were not prepared and you were outcoached. Vanderbilt has an identity, and they rolled with their identity all day long.
Mm-hmm.
They rolled you up. LSU has no identity. Offensively, no identity. Zero.
Yeah.
It's like just throwing stuff against the wall, it feels like sometimes. It feels like insanity sometimes because it feels like you're looking at some of the same things just over and over and over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Zach, give me your thoughts. Those are some of my reflective thoughts. So,
Extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed. And a lot of things you said, I would reiterate. I think the biggest disappointment for me would be the defense. The offense has kind of been what it has been.
Yep.
We kind of expect it. I thought the offense actually has improved over the last 2 games and have gotten better.
Yep.
I mean, we saw a lot more drives. Now, biggest problem is you got to convert when you get in the red zone and in the blue zone. Because you couldn't convert. You kicked 3 field goals, missed another one.
Yep.
So, yeah, like, you got to convert when you get into the red zone. But I'm encouraged by the offense moving the ball more. But defensively, man, and I saw Hunt Palmer. He made a comment on this on 104.5 ESPN. Maybe we should begin to question this defense, Reagan, because when they have gone up against a top 50 offense, they've been able to move the ball on this LSU defense pretty easily. I mean, Vanderbilt had no issues moving the ball on this LSU defense. Now, I could argue that you go back to the Ole Miss game, and in large part that's due to the fact that your offense was so inept that they were on the field as much, and then look at this game and say, well, you were down Whit Weeks, you're already down Gabriel Relaford for the rest of the year, you were down Bernard Gooden, so you've been banged up, and you got young guys, inexperienced guys that are out there playing. Jack Pyburn was playing hurt. I mean, you had a lot of guys that are playing hurt or missing. So is it in the Ole Miss game, your offense was so inept, so your defense was on the field that much, and in this game, you had a lot of your key players out due to injury.
Yeah.
Or is your defense not as good as you thought they were when it comes to playing high-powered offenses? And it makes me nervous, Reagan, because A&M, top 50 offense.
Yeah.
Alabama, top 50 offense. Arkansas, top 50 offense.
Yeah.
So I can't remember Oklahoma if they're top 50 offense or not, but regardless, 4 out of those 5 teams are top 50 offense that you've got to face the rest of the way.
Yeah.
So the outlook is very bleak. It's very bleak.
Yeah, for certain.
No
doubt about it.
The question is going to be, Reagan, whether or not this team is going to man up, play physical, and get theirs, because they need to. We're going to see what the response, what the makeup of this team is with how they respond in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
Against Texas A&M. Because if they lay over and
get throttled
by A&M, then yeah. If they make it a close game and they battle to the end, maybe even in a loss, or hopefully maybe win the game, then we'll begin to again reassess. I feel like this season has just continually been reassessing, week in and week out, reassessing. And that's due to the fact that this team is just inconsistent. And the biggest problem is they never play complementary football. We haven't seen it yet.
No.
When the defense is playing lights out and getting stops, the offense can't get anything going.
Right.
In this game, when your defense or when the offense is actually moving the football, and yes, I understand they got to do better in the red zone, but when your offense is actually moving the football, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, LSU went 6 straight drives without punting. 6 straight. So they moved the football. First possession, 12 plays, 44 yards, kicked a field goal. Xavier Thomas had a drop. Tradez had a drop there that ended that drive. Second drive, 8 plays, 75 yards, 24-yard pass to Tradez Green. Touchdown. Next drive, you drive 7 plays, 30 yards. Unfortunately, you had a penalty on a legal formation after you had picked up 20-plus yards on a throw. I think it was either to Xavion or Berrien. Missed field goal. 6 plays, 11 yards after Vanderbilt stupidly went for it at their own 44-yard line. LSU, 6 plays, 11 yards. Able to get a little bit going there, but end up kicking a field goal. First play of the second half, 62 yards, Garrett Nussmeier to Xavier Thomas, touchdown. Fourth quarter, 9 plays, 69 yards, field goal. You had a penalty that ended up killing that drive and a kick field goal. So, yes, the offense has not been able to successfully punch it in whenever they
finish drive.
And not been able to finish drives. But they've been moving the football, right?
Yeah.
And they were able to move the football up and down the field throughout 3.5 quarters of this game. And if we had said, hey, LSU's not going to punt the ball, but before the game Saturday, if we had said LSU's not going to punt the ball until 2 minutes to go, a little over 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If we had said that, then I have to say it was 6. Sorry, not 2 minutes to go. 6:28. So a little over 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. If we had said LSU didn't punt until a little bit over 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, we'd be like, "Oh shoot, LSU won the game. LSU won the game because the defense had been so good." But They could not get off the field at all. Vanderbilt's first drive, 9 plays, 57 yards, ate up almost 6 minutes of the clock. They had 3rd and 8. They had 3rd and 4, couldn't get off the field. Yep. Second drive, Vanderbilt goes 14 plays, 75 yards, ate up almost 9 minutes off the clock. 9 minutes. They had a 3rd and 6. Couldn't get off the field. They had a 3rd and goal. Vanderbilt, and they got to stop. Vanderbilt goes for it again on 4th and goal. Touchdown. Couldn't get a stop when you absolutely needed it, right? Now, you finally did get a stop on their 3rd drive there, but I think that was really just a stupid mistake there by Clark Lee, unfortunately. But again, your defense finally gets something. What does the offense do? 11 yards, kicks a field goal.
Yeah.
Just the whole time. Uncomplimentary football. I mean, it's ridiculous. Vanderbilt, next drive, 7 plays, 50 yards. They kick a field goal. Now, you're able to stop there on 31, and Clark Lee finally decided to just go ahead and take the points. 3rd quarter, 10 plays, 75 yards. You had a 3rd and 2. That drive wasn't as good, though, for the defense. 3rd and goal, and then 1-yard touchdown pass. This was really a drive that ended it for the Tigers. 10 plays, 75 yards.
6.5 minutes.
Yep. 6.5 minutes. You had a 3rd and 1. You had a 4th and 1. They converted.
That was the one also where it looked like you were about to sack Pavia. It was that moment right there was like you had just had the huge touchdown, the 2-point conversion. You brought it back within 3. And then you're looking at 4th down, and they're going for it at not even midfield.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're about to sack Pavia. Like, totally blew the play up, but he turns and throws across his body to, I think it was Alexander, and he picks up the first down. I mean, it was brutal. And
again, uncomplimentary football. Your offense goes 5 plays, 92 yards, punches it in, gets the 2-point conversion. You're within 3. Yep. Right at halftime, this was looking bad, right? But thank goodness for Xavier Thomas and Garrett Nussmeier running for his life. They bring you within 3, and obviously the trade has 2-point conversion. They bring you within 3, and your defense can't get off the field. So, yeah, Reagan, this team is just undisciplined, and they're inconsistent. They can never play complimentary football when they need to, and when they're asked to. And that is the crux of this team.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it's why you've lost these 2 games. Unfortunately, that's why there's really no LSU fans out there now that think you're going to have or play anything of significance for the rest of the season. Or I should say at the end of the season. Because obviously you're playing some significant games throughout these remaining 5 games. But
and Zach, I mean,
everybody doesn't think you're going to go anywhere. Everybody is most LSU fans are probably going to predict. I'm going to do it here in a little bit. Predict LSU to lose to A&M. Predict LSU to lose to Bama. We'll see where I'm at with Oklahoma. I'm not ready to say that, but I mean, you lose both those games, you're 8-4, and it's an absolute failure of a season.
Yep.
And the problem, Reagan, is my biggest complaint with BK. Is his refusal to address major problems. Weston Davis is a major problem. I don't want to hate on a kid, but Weston Davis is a major problem. Leave him in there. Let's leave him in there. Yeah. The play calling has been a problem. I'm not going to say a major problem because I think Joe Sloan has actually done better than most would say. I think he's calling plays with a really bad offensive line. And that's been proven through PFF grades. This offensive line has been bad throughout the entire season. So, I mean, look at what Joe Sloan did last year when he had a good offensive line. and less skill position players, right? Less talent at the skill positions. I mean, they averaged what, over 30 points a game, 35 points a game, something like that.
Yeah.
So we've seen him be a good play caller, right? Not a elite play caller, but we've seen him be a good play caller. And the refusal to make changes on the offensive line has been the most frustrating thing that I think I've been upset about with Brian Kelly. Because you got a problem at right tackle. I think Tyree Adams has been pretty good. I understand as a whole the offense on the bat. I think Tyree Adams has been pretty good. I think Bradley Moore's been pretty good. I think Josh Thompson has been steady, right? Left guard's been an issue. Right tackle's been an issue. Man, Carius Kern, every time that man's come and played significant snaps, he's performed and he's looked good. Like, why are you not playing that man? Why is he not at left guard or right tackle? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Play your best guys. You went all in. You spent all this money in the portal because you wanted, with Garrett Nussmeier returning and Whit Weeks and Harold Perkins returning and all the guys you invested in to bring into the defense and correct the defense, all of those things that you did was to put all of your chips in the center of the table and say, we're all in for the season. And yet, you're stuck on this idea that, well, we've got to leave a guy in there because we need to develop him. No, you are paid to win games at LSU. I understand part of that is development and getting guys in the NFL, but you are critiqued on winning and losing as the LSU head football coach. And if you are going to continue to refuse to correct a mistake that is blatantly obvious to even the simplest of fan, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yep.
Reagan, I'm not saying I should be the coach. I'm not saying I would ever be a good coach, but I promise you, if I'm out there, I'm putting Carius Kern at right tackle or left guard. Like, Carius Kern is playing right tackle or left guard.
Putting DJ Chester at right tackle and Kern at guard, something like that.
I'd probably put Kern at right tackle and then put Chester at left guard. One of the two.
But
because it's just been bad. It's been horrible
right now, obviously. But
that
being said, I would put Kern at right tackle and I'd put Cohen Eccles at with the current situation. But you're right. I mean, he is an absolute liability. Has been.
I mean, how many times have we said it, Reagan?
He is getting Nussmeier killed.
Yeah. Credit to Nussmeier. Nussmeier played a good game.
And got killed all game long.
I mean, he's running for his life. It's just disappointing, Reagan. It reminds me of 2023 when you were so just excited about the offense.
And your defense could never deliver.
And your defense could never deliver for you. And it's not the exact same because the defense, I wouldn't say that the offense comparatively is as bad this year as the defense was in 2023. The defense of 2023 was atrocious, horrible. This offense isn't. Yeah. So, like, you should be doing better, but here you are at 2-2, halfway through the SC schedule, 5-2, and nobody predicts you doing anything of significance in the offseason. You're probably going to lose the next two games, and that'll make your losses the last 4 out of 5, which is just
it's horrible. I mean,
it's bad.
We were clear at the beginning of the season that anything less than the playoffs was you messed up. Like, if it was 9-3 and you missed the playoffs, you messed up. If you were 8-4, it was a failure, and you're headed towards it.
Yeah,
I mean, this roster is absolutely loaded with talent. We said at the beginning of the year, there's absolutely no excuse for him this year. It's got to be done. You've got to get it done. and he hasn't got it done. I mean, he just has not delivered. It's frustrating. It just really is. And that's, I mean, we're kind of in our second segment here. That's the reality. What's the reality? That's the reality. That is like that has been like the theme of Brian Kelly's tenure at LSU. Just underperforming, not delivering. I mean, his best year was his first year. His best year was his first year. And we should have seen the signs even then. In a crazy, wild year, he somehow won the West. He beat Alabama in Tiger Stadium in walk-off fashion. But then turned around and lost to a horrible Texas A&M team. A Texas A&M team who was 1-6. 1-6 in conference play. And you went and lost to them after beating Alabama on your own team, on your own field.
Mm-hmm.
That has been like that has been the trend. It's frustrating, man. And look, he made it clear. It's on him too. I mean, he made it clear that he was pushing his chips in the table into the middle of the table and saying, "Let's roll." I mean, Zach, he literally said, "We are taking receipts, and you'll see us in the national championship."
Well, you won't see him in the national championship because they're not going.
He literally said that. Now, I get it. I mean, he was a coach trying to vie for some confidence. But still, you're nowhere scratching that.
No.
I mean, even he says, "I'm taking receipts. I'll see you in the national championship." Let's say LSU goes 10-2 this year and makes the playoffs and wins a couple games. Like, everybody's like, okay, this roster did what we thought it should have done, make the playoffs and compete. But you're not even – I mean, you're looking ahead and you're like, man, 7-5 is a real – like, that's really could happen. And that would be the worst year Brian Kelly's had in his tenure with the best roster he's had.
Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible.
It is a tremendous failure. And I mean, you're right, Zach. You said it earlier. You will see. We will see. I mean, the word culture gets talked about a lot. I mean, we're going to see the culture this Saturday. I mean, but I don't know. I feel like you almost already have seen it. I mean, everybody was doubting you going into that Ole Miss game. Everybody was picking against LSU. Everybody. You were undefeated at that point. You were undefeated. Everything was still in front of you. Everybody was doubting you and picking against you, and you went in there and you proved them right. You folded. And so everybody's doubt was confirmed, and now everybody's still been spitting on LSU's name. And so come Vanderbilt, everybody's picking Vanderbilt. What are you going to do? How are you going to respond? You folded.
Mm-hmm.
And you did exactly what they said that you were going to do. I mean, you are what you are. You are what you are. I mean, how much changes can there really be? You're not going to see major change. So that's why 8-4, 7-5 is a real reality. 8-4 is I mean, percentage-wise, that's really where you're headed.
Yeah. I think if you go 9-3, you'd be like kind of happy. I mean, you're not happy about the overall season, but if you go 9-3, you're like, well, at least we salvaged it somewhat. And you go win some stupid bowl game, and you're 10-3, and you're like, well, that's what we do every year now under Brian Kelly.
It's unacceptable, though. It's unacceptable. LSU is a premier football program And with 12 spots in the playoff, LSU should be vying for one of those spots year in and year out. I'm not saying they're like, I'm not saying LSU is like Georgia or Ohio State where they should be in it every single year. But LSU is a good enough program that they should be vying for a playoff spot every single year, pushing for it, competing for a spot every year. And right now, you're just not. You're not. You've got to pull off something incredibly
miraculous
and improbable, and it's just not going to happen. It's just not, because you're 7 games in and you are who you are. If you can't go on the road and beat Vanderbilt, you're not going on the road and beat Bama. You're not going on the road.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
I don't believe you can go on the road and beat Oklahoma. It's just the truth. It's just the truth of where you're at. It really stinks, but that is, Zach, that's reality.
Yep.
There's lots of comments in here. So we need to take a quick break. Yeah. Oh, you want to go ahead and get to them?
Well, after the break, yeah.
Okay. We'll take a quick break real quick, guys. We see you commenting in here. Appreciate you guys, as always. We'll get in here. We'll get to some of your comments right after this.
5-Star Hero, your intro and outro music for the Tigers Avenue show. They ain't ready for that LSU. Go check out all his other music on all the major platforms. Don't forget to follow him on Instagram at Saints Anthem and at Twitter at One Nation Doty. Don't forget to check out his Facebook page for all his Saints and LSU merchandise. Can't get any better than Sarah Klein Stevens, attorney at law. Her firm focuses on the needs of the elderly and maintaining their dignity throughout the process. Here for you, here for your family. Sarah Klein Stevens, attorney at law.
Stop by to try Fulton's newest drive-through coffee shop, The Well Coffee Co. for all of your coffee needs. Iced, hot, blended, however you like your coffee, we got it. You don't like coffee? Try one of our Red Bull infusions. Maybe you want something else? Try a smoothie of different flavors as well. We'd love to see you at The Well Coffee Co. Monday through Friday right now, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Well Coffee Co., John 4:14.
Right back in here in the Tigers Avenue show. Zach, let's get to some comments.
Yeah, we got a ton in here. TT's in here. Glad you're in here. He said, are we ready to believe that 7-5 is possible? It is very, very possible. Ryan said, what's good, Tyler? 7-5 is more realistic after every game, unfortunately. Yes.
It is. I mean, it's just crazy to say with this roster. It's just, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable with this roster.
It reminds me, Reagan, a little bit of, was it 2015, 2016 LSU? You had Leonard Fournette last year.
Yeah.
You had so much talent and you just wasted it. Lost to Ole Miss. You lost to Ole Miss. You lost to Bama. You lost to Arkansas. You lost 3 games straight. You should have lost to Ole Miss. You shouldn't have lost to Arkansas. Yeah, just bad. Ryan saying all the development talk was credit to the defensive staff. Yeah, not really necessarily the offensive staff. TT said there's only a couple killers on his team. Brad Davis and Joe Sloan should have been left in Nashville. I honestly, I think Brian Kelly needs to take over play calling. I just don't think he's going to do it based on his comments from this past Monday.
No, he's not. He's not. I mean, reality right now, Zach, is, I mean, I just don't think you're firing Brian Kelly. I think at the end of the year they're gonna do what they did a couple years ago, which is wholesale. Maybe not wholesale. They may keep Cortez or somebody like that, but you're going to see. I think you're going to see a lot of overhaul on the offensive staff.
Ryan says I'm still going to give the defense a little grace. I think it's something to pay attention to, though. Yeah. I mean, you had so many guys banged up. I mean, not having Whit Weeks and Bernard Gooden out there, and they were Rufford.
That's the best of your front seven. Bernard Gooden, Whit Weeks.
Yeah, it is. It literally is the best of your front seven.
Jamari Butler didn't play either.
Jamari Butler.
You were down 3 defensive linemen.
Yep.
And Jack Weimer was playing hurt.
Yeah.
In Whit Weeks.
Giving Pavia open run lanes hurt bad as well. Yeah, I really don't understand. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, Reagan. Like, are we just not spying? Are we just not spying the guy? I feel like I have seen times where Perkins is spying, but he's playing like so far back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like he's coming from like just so far back. He's not on the line of scrimmage.
You got to account for him.
You may lose Arkansas because you can't score enough points. Yeah, that's a real concern. Very best case is 8-4.
40 points. What was it? 40 points.
42. 42. Yeah.
42 points on Texas A&M. Texas A&M's defense is good. Jeez Louise.
LSU's will make Texas A&M's defense look like the Ravens of old with Ray Lewis and all those guys.
I'm gonna tell you right now that Texas A&M has as many sacks right now as they did all last season. So,
yep,
your offensive line's finna get.
Yeah, your offensive line's cooked. I guess that brings us to our final segment here, Reagan. Previewing A&M, Reagan, LSU's cooked. Absolutely cooked. The defense doesn't complete drives. The defense doesn't complete drives. So regardless of what you think of A&M's defense, their defensive line is going to cook our offensive line the whole game. Nussmeier's going to be running for his life. You're going to have to try to establish the run because you did see some positive, like Harlan Bailey looked good. Trey'Days Green continues to look good.
Harlan Bailey was your best running back.
Yeah, he looked good. So give the ball to Harlan Bailey. Try to get the ball out as quick as possible to bury in and get Aaron Anderson more involved. I mean, that's what you're going to have to do, Reagan, because your offensive line is not going to hold up. You're going to have guys that chip. You're going to have a running back that chips. I mean, it just is what it is, Reagan. And the defense, I mean, are they going to be healthy? Can Whitweeks play? We're going to find out probably. We're going to get the injury report tomorrow. So we'll see. Is he listed as questionable? Is he listed as out? Is he listed as probable? We'll get the injury report. But is Jamari Butler healthy? Can he play? Is Bernard Gooden healthy? Can he play? Is Whitweeks healthy? Can he play? If you have all three of those guys, the outlook looks a lot better, right? If you don't, and that's going to be the thing here, Reagan, because I'll say this. Let me just get past this because not like it matters. TA tools for triumph. You need to establish the run and you need to control clock. Texas A&M's offense can score. So you need to establish the run, control clock, and then on defense, get off the field. I mean, it's straightforward. It's stuff that we know by now. Like your defense has got to get off the field on third down. You should be spying Marcel Reed because every time you've played a running quarterback outside of Cade Klubnik and Lenore Sellers, I mean, Trinidad Chambers tore you up. Diego Pavia tore you up, right? So you've had two times where you played running quarterbacks and you performed well, and then you had two other times where you played and it was on the road, right? So, like, I want to be positive, Reagan. Like, you're at home, and when you've played at home, you've played well. Yeah. But I don't know, Reagan. I just don't see it, right?
I mean, you don't trust them.
I don't trust them.
They've done nothing to make you trust them.
They've done nothing to earn my trust. And so, but you need to establish the run, try to control clock. You need to get turnovers, Reagan. I mean, how many times during the game, if you'd gotten a turnover against Vanderbilt, how huge would it have been, right? You need to force turnovers on defense. Yeah. LSU has been pretty good this year at forcing turnovers. You didn't do it against Vanderbilt. You got to do it against A&M. You got to give your offense more possession because they have been able to move the football. Now, whether or not they will convert in the red, that's another thing. TA tool for triumph. Convert in the red zone. Convert in the red zone. I do not want to see a field goal. It's worth, I think, at this point, Reagan, it's worth going for it on fourth down. If you're inside the red zone, it's worth going for it because unless your defense is just completely performing, right? Yeah. Like, so here's the thing, Reagan. If you're banged up and you don't have certain guys out there like Whit Weeks and Bernard Gooden and Jamari Butler, if you don't have those guys out there and you're moving the football and you get to a fourth down, you better go for it.
Yeah.
you better go for it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I'm worried about what this defense is going to look like with the running quarterback and with all those guys out, because we saw what happened against Vanderbilt. And A&M's a better offensive team than Vanderbilt is. They are.
They are.
So if you have those guys and your defense is performing well, then yeah, you can play this game like you did against Florida, like you did against Clemson, right? Like you did against South Carolina, right? You can play that game. But you need to try to establish the run. You need to protect Garrett Nuss. I mean, there's so many that's the bad thing about doing this regularly. There's so many things you could list, right? There's so many things you could protect Garrett Nussmeier, establish the run, control time of possession, convert in the red zone, defensively, spy Marcel Reed, get off the field on third. I mean that's 7 things I listed, Reagan. 7 things that, like, if you don't do some of those things, like if you miss on like 2 or 3 of those things, you're cooked. You're cooked. Like if you miss on 2 of those things, you're cooked. Like let's just say you struggle again to convert in the red zone and you struggle to get off the field on third down. You're cooked. You're cooked. So, man, it's just so frustrating right now, Reagan. I'm just telling you. Very frustrated. I have zero confidence in this team right now. Zero. And I hope they come out and prove me wrong. And I'm with the national media now. I'm with them. I'm with the national narrative now. I have zero confidence in LSU. They didn't have confidence in you against Ole Miss. They didn't have confidence against you against Vanderbilt. I have zero confidence for them for the next 2 games. I just don't. Thank goodness next weekend we get a week off.
It's frustrating, Zach, because this could have been a really, really epic game. I mean, this could have been a top 10 matchup, college game day in town, in Tiger Stadium, packed at night. You're celebrating the national championship baseball team. I mean, it could have been a fantastic night to,
now you're worried about how many fans will show up.
Be what Tiger Stadium can really be what it is. And now, it just feels like it. I mean, vibes are low. People are frustrated. How long are people going to stay if the weather's not great? And Zach, A&M has weapons everywhere. Not only do they have Marcel Reed, who can run the ball. He runs it a lot. They've got 2 really, really stinking good running backs in Reuben Owens and E.J. Smith. They've got 3 legit wide receivers in KC Concepcion. They have Mario Carver, who has been phenomenal this season. And then there's Terry Bussey. And they also have this other cat who flashes every now and then. He's got like a double last name. It's like Roman Bethel or Bethel Roman or something like that. I think it's like Ashton something. Anyways, I was looking at it not too long ago. Ashton, they're loaded. That's the point. They're loaded, and their offensive line is really good too. They move the ball, they run, they pass almost like evenly. Zach, against Arkansas, they had 217 rush yards, 280 yards passing. They do both of them very well. 4 out of their 7 games, they've scored over 40 points. In 2 of the other games, they've scored in the 30s. That's 6 out of 7. Only 1 game have they scored less than 30-something points.
Yep.
It was against Auburn, and they scored 16. That's the kind of game you need if you're going to beat A&M. It's the kind of game that Auburn played. I know you listed all those things. I think it needs to be an ugly game. I think it needs to be a sloppy game for LSU to win. Honestly, I think it needs to be rough, ugly-looking, low-scoring game because you're not going to outscore them. You won't.
Nope.
You've got to create turnovers. You've got to cause pressure. It's got to be like a freaky, crazy, chaotic night in Death Valley for LSU to win this game. And the likelihood of that happening, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Texas A&M is a really stinking good team. and they're going to be in the playoffs because even if they were to lose to LSU tonight, the only other team reasonably that they could lose to is like Missouri, maybe Texas. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs. Period. They're a playoff team. They're really good. They're everything you're not. Their front seven's really good. Cassius Howell is going to be in their nightmares. Our offensive line's nightmares. Cassius Howell. Remember the name because he's going to take Nussmeier's head off a couple times.
Yeah, his name's going to be called on a lot during the during the broadcast.
So, Zach, saying all that, I look at A&M and I look at everything they have. I look at how they've played, and I have zero confidence whatsoever. I don't care that it's in Tiger Stadium. I mean,
Tiger Stadium is probably going to be a shell of itself, honestly. After this past week, it's going to be a shell of itself. Yeah.
I mean,
BK has lost the fan base. He's lost the fan base.
He has totally lost the fan base, and it stinks right now. It just does. This should be an amazing matchup, but it just doesn't feel like it. It feels like an inevitable loss.
Yep.
And the only way to change that is to pull this off somehow. You've got to do things in order to beat Texas A&M this Saturday. You've got to do things that you have not done all season long.
Yeah.
I think LSU needs to score 30-something points to win this game. You haven't done that.
And I'll say this, Reagan. I'll go as far as saying this. This game is going to determine what the end of your season looks like. It really is.
You have to win it.
Yeah, because you have to win it. Every game is a must-win now.
Oh gosh.
But I mean, you win this game, and
not even freaking November, and it's a must-win.
Yeah. But if you win this game, Reagan, then fans begin to start having the conversation of, okay, well, let's see if we can try and still make the playoff. Let's see if we can try and still make the playoff. If you win this game. If you don't win this game, then everything's going to be about making changes on the offensive side of the ball, wanting to fire Brian Kelly, and how terrible of a season this was. It's going to the conversations that are being had right now.
All that's warranted.
Yes, the conversations that are being had right now. If you lose against A&M, it just
hides.
Explodes.
I will say it depends. I do think it matters how you lose against A&M. If A&M goes out there and does what Vanderbilt does to us again,
yeah.
I mean,
all right. We need to get to some predictions. Unfortunately,
any more comments that's come in since?
Yeah, Steven's in here. My super low guy. Steven, appreciate you being here. Sorry, it's like this, but we're glad you're in here.
Well, we're here, Zach. Win, lose, draw. We're here.
Yep.
Supporting the Tigers.
TT says our red zone hasn't been good since Kelly got here. Yeah. You're kind of right. Yeah.
It's true.
All right, Reagan. I got to make two predictions. If your front seven is healthy and Whit Weeks and Jamari Butler and Bernard Gooden are able to go, if they're healthy, I think LSU loses this game 34 to 20. 30, I'll say 34-27. 34-27. Right? You're at home. The offense has been doing better. I think maybe they finally get a little bit closer to 30 in this game. Not 30, but I think they might get a little bit closer to this in this game. If your front seven's not healthy, let me change that. 31. Let's go. No. If they're healthy, let's go 30-27. Let's do that. If they're healthy, 30-27. If they're not healthy, 38-23. I don't know. Either way, it's an L. Either way, I think it's an L.
I guess I'll give a little two since you're doing that. Yeah, if they're not healthy, it's going to be a bloodbath. If they're not healthy, I think it's going to be like, I don't know, 35-20. If they're healthy, yeah, I'll say it does play a little closer. But I think LSU still loses. I think we would lose 31-24. You can just copy and paste from last week. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I'll just say that.
Yeah, either way, I don't think it's going to be good.
I don't think it's going to be good. A&M's really good. They're really good. Mike Elko has them playing so well, disciplined, sound, hard nose, fast, all the above. Everything you want in a football team, that is what A&M is right now. As frustrating as that is, because as we all know, I mean, we can't stand A&M. They're one of the teams I absolutely hate the most.
I'd love to ruin their season.
I would absolutely love to, in one of their best seasons, just be a thorn in their side. I really hope it because I can't stand them. But right now, I'm more concerned about the state of LSU than I am my hatred for A&M.
Yeah.
I'm more so concerned about that. So, yeah. It's 31-24 if they're healthy. It's going to be like, I don't know, 38-20 if they're not. I'm not picking LSU to score more than 24 either way because we're 7 games in, Zach. I just don't see them putting up 30 against this defense at all.
They might put up 30 against Arkansas.
That's what I was going to say. Arkansas in Tiger Stadium, I think they can get to the 30 mark, but I don't think it's happening this weekend. If LSU is going to win, it's got to be ugly. There's got to be turnovers. And
you got to get turnovers. Holy cow, you got to get turnovers. You got to force fumbles. You got to intercept Marcel Reed. Yeah, I mean, you just got to.
You got to possess the ball. You got to possess the ball a lot more than what you have been. The 3 and outs have got to end. And
you've done better of the last couple games offensively. Let's get some other predictions here. Stephen Inlow says 27-24 LSU and the band plays neck. I hope you're 100% correct, Stephen. That'd be awesome. Oh man, I hope that happens. TT says honestly, I think it's 28-14 A&M.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Hey Zach, in more positive news, much more positive.
I know where you're going with this.
Where am I going with this?
Tony Vitello.
No, but that is awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Tony Vitello looks
like he's out the door.
Looks like he's headed to San Francisco, which is awesome.
Tennessee's misery will begin.
Hey, and in other, more positive news, LSU's national baseball team went to the White House and celebrated.
It did.
Is it baseball season yet?
Yes, is it baseball season? Please. Oh gosh.
Hey,
can't get here soon.
Basketball season. Matt McMahon. Can he turn it around?
Kim Mulkey.
We'll see. Kim Mulkey and the girls.
Yep. Is that next month? Oh gosh, let's go look at it real quick.
Less than November.
At least we can watch some winning, for a little bit.
So, but I know the guys' first game is
LSU plays Tarleton State.
There you go.
Soon, like what? November 2 weeks, maybe.
And the girls' first game is Houston Christian on the 4th.
2 weeks from today, I think.
Yep.
Or tomorrow. I'm sorry. 2 weeks from 2 weeks from tomorrow, LSU basketball is playing Tarleton State.
Indeed.
Yeah. And the girls are playing the day before. So 2 weeks from today they're playing. 2 weeks from tomorrow the men are playing. Yeah. That's exciting. Let's hurry up and get to that so we can watch something else.
I actually like the men's roster this year. I mean, they actually did some investment. We'll see how that goes, though. We may have 2 guys on the hot seat.
Yeah, if Matt McMahon doesn't have a great year
Yeah, he's
this year, he's probably
gone.
cooked.
But my positive news, Zach, in it relates to the football. The Itawamba Indians, local high school team here that I'm very involved with, this Friday night, playing Shannon, big time game. Whoever wins are division champs. Will be the number one seed.
Oh,
Number
shoot.
1 seed heading into the playoffs out of this division. So it's a big time matchup. Hard. It's going to be a tough team to beat. A team who beat us last year. We're looking for revenge. They get to come to our house. Division championships on the line. Pretty excited for it. It's going to be a really good one. Really good.
Be fun. That'll be fun.
Very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
And there is some, I've told you about it, Zach, a little bit, but there's some Division I talent on our team, and I'm excited for them too. They're continuing to get better. So, go Indians. Go Indians. Appreciate you
Go
guys.
Tigers. Hopefully.
As always, being in here. Yes, go Tigers. Vibes are low, guys. We understand. But hey, regardless, win, lose, draw, we're still pulling for the Tigers. They may disappoint us, they may frustrate us, but we're still Tigers fans. We're not leaving them. We're not abandoning them. Through thick and thin, we will cheer for them. And it will make us appreciate the great times even more because you've endured times like this. So, endure them. Maybe this Saturday will be a glimmer of hope when we beat the Texas A&M Aggies. We hope.
It's time for a miracle and to be a man, to go 1-0 and slay Goliath.
Time to go Goliath. Beat Goliath. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Appreciate you guys, as always, for being in here. Hopefully, next Tuesday will be a little bit brighter. We'll see.
Oh, please.
But either way, good or bad, we'll be here to discuss it in the Tigers Avenue Show. Fox, take us out. Peace.
Who that fire stuff?